Hello friends, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am journeying through my 40s and I am working to get my poop in a group. I am calling this my good midlife crisis. I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today is actually Sunday, December the 1st, and we are going to be doing a financial health check-in. We are going to be setting up my December of 2024 budget. Y'all, it's already December. It's the end of the year, and I think that I just did my 2024 budget setup like a few months ago, but apparently that was 12 months ago, and I have no idea how this is happening to me. I meant to film this much earlier this weekend. I had off Thursday for Thanksgiving and Friday. I took Friday off, and then I had off obviously Saturday and Sunday, and I have been in the house by myself for most of that time. My mom and my nephew did come into town for Thanksgiving. Thankfully, they came in on Wednesday night and spent the night with me because I was smoking a turkey for Thanksgiving. I love smoked turkey, and normally Nathan smokes a turkey, but he went to visit his family out in El Paso, so it was just me and Chad. He took Emmett. Chad and Emmett and Tyler are my animals. Chad and Emmett are dogs, and Tyler is my cat. Emmett is very sick, and he has bone cancer, and Nathan's oldest son was also going out to El Paso to see. They went to Nathan's parents' house, so he took Emmett out there so Jaden can see him. So anyway, so it was just me and the two remaining boys here, Tyler and Chad, but I obviously had to be here to take care of them. And then since I was going to be here, and I didn't go out of town this weekend like I normally do for my church retreat, I zoomed into it, I agreed to take care of a couple of friends' pets. So that was a nice thing I got to do. But this is a really long story. If you're new, hi, welcome. I'm Becky. I talk a lot and I ramble, but I promise there's a point. I went to take care of their pets, but because I was going to be smoking the turkey, and you start smoking turkeys pretty early, I didn't want to leave the grill going, the smoker going when I wasn't here. So I wanted my nephew here to take care of it, and he brought my mom in with him because he's an awesome boy. So they came in on Wednesday evening and spent the night. We went out to dinner on Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning I got up, got everything ready for Thanksgiving, and then went up and I started the smoker, and then I went up to check on my one friend's dog and 2 cats, and then I went to check on my other friend's dog, and then I went to check on my other friend's 2 dogs and 4 cats. I had a lot of dogs I was taking care of and a lot of cats I was taking care of, and then turns out making the rounds between all of those houses a couple of times a day, it takes a lot out of you. And cooking, because I cooked all of everything for Thanksgiving on Thursday. My mom is 70. I think I said she was 73, about to be 74 in my last video, but she's 74, about to be 75. So yeah, she's her cooking days for Thanksgiving are done. It's my turn to take care of her, but between it all, by Friday, I was wiped. I was so tired, and I meant to get this video filmed. I meant to wash all the sheets. I meant to vacuum. I meant to do a lot of things that did not happen. So I was just so tired. I didn't do much at all. And then yesterday, I did actually get a lot of stuff done, but this video isn't one of them. So today, I am finally getting to the video, but it's already December. So this is my December calendar. I set my budgets up. Welcome to the actual part where I'm going to talk about my budget now for a little bit, if y'all are okay with that. I set my budgets up using the Budget by Paycheck book by the Budget Mom, and this year I have been using the printed version, and I only print the pages that I use. Since I am not a cash budgeter, I don't need a lot of the pages that come in the actual book, so a friend of mine gifted me the PDF version a couple of years ago, and I've been printing this out for 2 years now. I do have the actual bound one this year. I got it in the small size, and I'm super excited to use it. There will be a lot of pages I don't use, but I'm excited to try it out. Maybe I just like the size of it. I don't know if I'll stick with that for 2026. That's a whole year away. I don't know. But for right now, this is a printed version. And I always make my plan in the Budget by Paycheck book and then do my actual budgeting in YNAB, which is You Need a Budget, which is how I do digital cash stuffing. Normally those videos come out every Friday, but as I previously mentioned, this Friday, it was all I could do to just keep my eyes open and stay on my feet. So that didn't happen. I did budget. I just didn't film it because I was exhausted. Next week, when I come back with my next YNAB budget check-in, there will be some changes going forward that we will talk about. But for now, I know a lot of people watch these videos and don't watch my YNAB videos, so I'm not going to go into detail about that. Anyway, I always start off these on my monthly spread just so you can see what I have going on at a glance. So December is a pretty busy month for most people, and I am not an exception for that. I just like these little light stickers, so I put it on there. But Thursday, the 5th, I feel like something's going on that day, but I don't know what because I put a sticker on there, and that normally means something. Maybe I just like the sticker and put it on there. I don't know what's going on the 5th. But the 7th is my friends Phil and Tanya are hosting a holiday get-together, so I will be going up to their house on Saturday evening to spend Saturday with them, and a lot of my friends, not just them. The 14th, I am going to see the Nutcracker. The Ballet Austin is doing a showing of the Nutcracker, so I'm going to go see that with some friends. And on the 16th is my niece's birthday. On the 19th is my bestie's birthday. Obviously, Christmas Eve and Christmas. Nathan's parents are coming in. I don't know when they're coming in for Christmas. Sometime probably here-ish. I don't know. And then New Year's Eve. And then I may or may not be going camping after New Year's Eve. That's my plan. That's what we normally do, is go out on New Year's Eve and then stay. But I have the day off of work. We'll see if that actually happens. And then the rest of these are just pretty stickers I like. I'm trying to rack my brain to figure out what's going on the 5th, and I have no idea. No idea what I'm doing on that day. Oh, yes I do. It's my wine Thursday, my wine ladies Thursday night party. So we're doing our holiday get together. Normally we do a White Elephant gift exchange. This year we're all going to be making cookie boards. So I'm excited to do that. That's what that is. I'm like, why did I put a little sticker on there? Anyway, that's what's going on with my December at a glance. Let's get into week 1, which is technically the budget that I have already budgeted out, but I didn't make any changes to this yet. So let's get to it. Okay. So I forgot to mention that all of my budgeting weeks are from a Thursday through a Friday. From a Friday through a Thursday. So week 1 of December goes from 2 days ago, Friday the 29th through this coming Thursday, December the 5th. And I don't have a paycheck for the first week of December, so all I am counting on is the rollover from November to fund my first week of December. So I was anticipating rolling over $1,400. I didn't roll over quite that much, but it was pretty close. So like really close. So this is close enough. I didn't feel the need to update it for this video because it was basically that. I pay a couple of bills for my mom. One of them is her car insurance, and that was due today. I don't think it's come out today because it's a Sunday, but I budget for it. It's $116.92. Aflac is my supplemental health insurance. That comes out on the 5th, $37.57. And then since it's the first week of the month, first week of the budget for me, for my December budget, I have a couple of things that I fund only once a month. That would be my gifts and giving, which this is super important to me. I love buying things for people, so I budget $150 a month for that. My mom's utilities, this is to fill her propane tank. She lives out in the country and has a propane tank. This is like a sinking fund, but I keep it with the bills because when it hits, it's a bill. It's not a sinking fund. And once like winter rolls around, it hits more frequently, but I don't know the exact date. So I like to keep money in here. And then holiday giving, normally I do $85 a month. I put $200 in it this month because it's December, so I need to finish up my holiday shopping. I pulled everything out of my gift closet yesterday, put it all out on my bed to see what I had, what I needed, and I only need like 2 more gifts. I need something for my bestie's husband, and I need something for Nathan's dad. And I think that's basically it. I think otherwise I'm done. So, and I have spent some of this already, like because it was Black Friday. So like I said, I did do this budget. I didn't film it. So some of this is gone, but as of right now, I only need 2 more gifts. So I should be good. I do shopping all year round. And I put it away. And then when it's Christmas time, I have all the gifts. That's a bill total of $554.49, leaving me $845.51 to come down to my envelope section. Envelopes, these would be what if I were a cash budgeter, the money that I would put in my wallet and carry around with me for the week. I'm not a cash budgeter, but this is what those categories are. I give myself $50 every week for dining out, $125 every week for groceries, $15 for fun money, $25 for coffee. This is for my Dutch Brothers app. $150 for pet expenses, and I know that's a little high, but that is because, as I mentioned, one of my dogs has cancer. He also has diabetes, so we have to buy insulin and syringes and pain meds and anti-inflammatories, and he has to go to the vet. So it's a little bit pricier. Plus, dog food, dog treats, toys, things like that. And I have a cat too, so I have to buy him all of those things. So $150 a month, and this is my half. Nathan also contributes because these are all our animals. Household is $100. This is for things like air filters and toilet paper and paper towels and washing up liquid, because all of a sudden I'm British. Sorry. Dish soap, that's what you call that stuff. That's what that is for. And then stuff I forgot, this is my miscellaneous category. I only fill it once a month. I put $40 in here. And then if I go over by a little bit in a category, I'll pull it from here before I pull from another category. The way YNAB works is you do whamming. It's whack-a-mole. It's where you pull money out of other categories to cover your overspending, because you have to make sure you have enough money to cover everything when you're budgeting with a zero-based budget. There's nothing left over. So instead of, if I were to go over a little bit on dining out, for example, if I were to spend $55 instead of $50, before I had to look and say, well, I guess I'll pull it out of my giving fund this month, I could just take it from my miscellaneous, my stuff I forgot to budget for fund. I still had like $1 something left from last month, so this works out pretty well for me. That's an envelope total of $505, leaving me $340.51 to pull to my sinking funds. Now, this should be the very last time that I have to split my sinking funds up because of lines, because the new Budget by Paycheck book, the 2025 version, has 20 lines for sinking funds, and that's enough for me. But because of the way this is set up, I only have, I think, 10, so I split this up into 2 weeks. There may be times where I have to split it up because I just don't have enough money to cover it in my rollover week, but that's a different story. So car maintenance is, I have a new car, but this is really for like car washes and toll bills. So I live in Central Texas, and our tolls have been managed horribly since they started them, and that's not a secret. Everybody hates this, but I guess they finally got run out, and now they're being taken over by, I think it's the same company that does the Harris County tolls. I live in the Austin area. So now our tolls are going to be the same company as Harris, and I had gotten an email saying that my account was in good standing and they were going to transfer everything over. But then yesterday when I checked my mail, I got a letter from TexTag, which was the company that was doing our tolls, saying that they couldn't transfer my account over because either I hadn't used it in a while, which is possible because I was transitioning to my new car, or I had a negative balance, which is not possible because I have a card on file. So I'm not sure why they didn't transition it, but I'm going to have to look into switching over my toll tag. Anyway, that's just an aside. Clothes, I put away $25 every month so I can buy clothes when I need to. Vacation, I do $50 a month for any future trips. Passport, $1.77, so when my passport renews in like 6 years, I will have money set aside toward it. Mission Lane is a credit card with an annual fee. Somebody commented last week and asked, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I am so behind on comments, y'all. It's another thing I meant to do this weekend and haven't gotten to yet, but the weekend's not over yet. Somebody commented and asked me if I use this card. I don't. My dilemma is, and I had this whole conversation with people who were here last year, so if you are new, welcome. Thank you for joining me. The problem is, when I first started rebuilding my credit, this was the card that I signed up for. And so this is now officially my oldest credit. And It's also got a pretty high credit limit on it. I mean, it's not super high. It's not like $15,000, $30,000, but it's pretty high. It's one of the highest credit limits that I have. So closing this card would close my oldest credit line, and it would also close a significant amount of available debt, which isn't good for your credit score. And I know a lot of people out there who do zero-based budgeting don't care about credit scores. I do care about credit scores. So it's a dilemma I face every year when the annual fee comes up, which will in January. I just can't bring myself to close it right now. I just can't because of those reasons. But no, I don't really use it. I have my text. I have it hooked up to my text tag to autofill whenever I get below the minimum threshold. It charges $20 back onto my toll tag. And that's all I use this for. That is it, because there are no rewards and there is an annual fee. And I don't like this card, but it was my credit rebuilder card. It was a very good card for rebuilding credit. It did its job exactly as it said it would, you know, as long as you use it responsibly. So, I don't know. That's where I am with that. And last year I asked what y'all would do, and I'll ask the same question. What would you do if this were you? Keeping in mind that I understand that a lot of y'all don't agree with credit cards at all, and a lot of y'all don't care about credit scores, but I do. So if you do, and if you, like, what would you do for that? My mom's birthday is in February, and Libby, one of my longtime supporters and subscribers, hi Libby, thank you, suggested that I start a sinking fund for this so that I will have money set aside to take my family out for my mom's birthday. And I love that idea. Unfortunately, I just started it in November, so I'm not going to have a super ton of money by February, but at least it'll give me a base, a good starting place. Funny story about that. So when my mom and my nephew were here on Wednesday for Thanksgiving and we went out to dinner, my mom told me that one of my nephews who wasn't with us on this weekend, after her birthday dinner last year was like, Grandma, did you know Aunt Becky was rich? And Grandma's like, I did not know Aunt Becky was rich. Why do you think Aunt Becky's rich? And he said, well, she paid for everybody's dinner and she wouldn't let anybody pay her back. And Mom was like, I think that is exactly why Aunt Becky will never be rich, Peyton. So thank you, Peyton, for thinking I'm rich. I love you, but no, I am not rich. And Grandma is right, because I love to buy things for other people. I will probably never be rich, and I am okay with that as long as I can support my giving. That is what is important to me, not being rich. I don't want piles of money. I want to give it to other people. That makes me much happier than having it sitting in a bank. Amazon Prime is Amazon Prime. Nathan and I share this membership, so this is my half. I save half. I save 1/12 of one half of this annual fee every month. Walmart Plus, I do think I am going to keep this now because my mom's local Walmart just started doing deliveries. So now I can ship groceries to her door, which is super convenient. If any of y'all out there have elderly parents, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there are some times where she is just not able to get to the store, and my nephew's been working because he goes over there and helps her out a lot. But you know, he's 17 years old. He's got his own life, and it's not like he can always drop what he's doing and go buy her groceries. So it's comforting to me to know that I can have groceries shipped to her. Also, there is I think it's like 20 cents discount on gas. Still, I thought that was over, but it's still going on. I just filled up yesterday. My Capital One annual fee. This is another credit card with an annual fee. This I do get rewards for, and I do love this card, so I'm keeping that one. And then Planet Fitness is my gym membership, and this is the annual fee. So they have a monthly fee and then an annual fee for Planet Fitness. This took me forever to go through my sinking funds, but now y'all are very well versed on Becky's sinking funds. So that is a total of $152.28 for these sinking funds. There are more that we will get to in a moment when we get to week 2, but that leaves me $188.23. And that is it. So then I am going to, in theory, this is what I would have put toward my American Express card. Spoiler, that is not what I put toward my American Express card. But that was the plan at the time I made this budget. So $188.23 toward my American Express card, which is on a no interest period until the end of May. So that is my goal. And that is $0 left over, because this is technically the end of my November budget since this paycheck I received in November. Now we're going to go to week 2 of December. Week 2 of December for me goes from Friday the 6th through Thursday the 12th. And the only income I am anticipating is my paycheck, which is $21.89.89 now going forward. That is awesome. I've had 2 paychecks at that rate, so I'm going to say that's the rate I am getting paid now. Excuse me. So that will be my income total. I don't have any other anticipated income. I may get some cash back or something, but it will be a couple of dollars at best. My progressive bill, this is my car insurance. Look at how low that is, y'all. $97.54 because I don't have Seth or his car on my car insurance anymore. So $97.54 is my car insurance for the next couple of months, and I'm very excited. Now, granted, some of that is because I paid so much extra at the beginning when I was paying $260 something every month, but hopefully it won't be too much more than this. It'll probably be close to what my mom pays, like $100 and something every month. And by my mom pays, I mean my mom's bill. So anyway, and my mom and I do not live together, so we can't combine our car insurances. So that, unfortunately, it would be really nice to get a 2-car discount, but her car is in another town and another house, so I can't do that. My progressive, so $97.54, and that is my only bill. And that leaves me $2,092.35 to pull down to my envelopes. Since this is a paycheck week, you will notice that there are a couple of other categories here. We'll get to those in a second. Again, $50 to dining out, $125 to groceries, $15 to fun, $25 to coffee. This one didn't happen this week because, as I mentioned, there is a church retreat this weekend, so my church didn't meet in person, so I didn't budget anything for that, but every other week I will do this. $80 is $60 for the donation, $20 for a meal if we go out afterwards. And then self-care and gas each get $25 every time I get paid. So these are like sinking funds where I just keep adding and I use them as I need them. Gas has been super cheap lately, so I'm not going to complain. That is an envelope total of $345, leaving me $1,745.35 to roll up to my few remaining sinking funds, which is Ice Ball. Again, another suggestion from Libby to start saving money every month toward Ice Ball, which is the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Texas fundraiser that I go to every year in August. And setting aside just a little bit every month so I have a base donation will give me a starting point. Obviously, I will try to add more to it if possible, but at least I will have a base, like I can cover my ticket, I can buy something at the silent auction, I'll have something set aside. My editing software, I have switched back to Filmora, and so annually that will be, I can't remember the total price, but it's $6.30 a month that I set aside. Costco membership, $3.05 a month. Registration, another comment that I got that I saw that I haven't responded to. Registration is $5 a month because my registration and inspection are due in August of 2026 now because I have a brand new car, so I got a 2-year registration. Somebody said that because I live in Texas, I don't have to do an inspection. That is true for a large portion of Texas, but as I mentioned, I live in the Austin area. I live in Williamson County, and we do still have to do inspections here. So I will still need to do an inspection. But where my mom lives, she does not live in Williamson County. She lives in a completely different county, about 45 minutes away. They don't have to do inspections because they are considered rural. So I think it's based on urban or rural if you have to do it. And because I am in an urban area, we do still have to do inspections. So I set aside $5 every single month so that I will have money set aside. I think I said $120 or $125. I can't remember what I said I was going to save, but I upped it a little bit. I was always saving $100, but inflation has been such a thing these last couple of years that I upped it just a bump. And then Find Me Gluten Free. I have celiac, and I use an app called Find Me Gluten Free to find places where I can safely eat. I actually used it this afternoon because I was out and about, and I was like, I don't feel like eating at any of the places I eat at every time I leave my house. What else is around here? So I pulled out my Find Me Gluten Free app, and then I ended up at Chili's. But that's only because I really, really, really wanted a chicken sandwich, and I like Chili's chicken sandwich, which is on the secret menu now, I found out, but I still got it. Obviously with no bread, but I love their chicken sandwich. Anyway, that's another fun fact about Becky. I love Chili's chicken sandwiches. Anyway, that is a sinking fund total of $37.10, leaving me $1,710.25 to come down to my savings. I am putting $50 toward my emergency fund, and y'all, my emergency fund will officially be at $1,000 after this. So yay! Finally made it to $1,000 emergency fund, which I've hit and spent and hit and spent and hit and spent a couple of times, but it will be back to $1,000. And then I have my two great nephews. Baby Joe gets $2 every single week because I am saving their ages, so $2 a week, and I am paid bi-weekly, so that is $4 a paycheck. And then baby Jet is $1, so I save $1 a week, and that is $2 every single paycheck. So that is a savings total of $56, leaving me $1,654.25 to roll into week 3. Week 3 goes from December the 13th through December the 19th, so I've got my nieces and my bestie's birthdays both on the same week. Also, my cousin's birthday. My cousin has the same birthday as my niece. Or I guess my niece has the same birthday as my cousin. But anyway, same week. So I am rolling over that $1,654.25. That is the only income I am anticipating. I don't have any paychecks or anything else coming in this week, so that will be all of it. My OneDrive, I have $10. This is for my Microsoft OneDrive for extra storage and for my Office 365 or 360 or whatever it is. And then I leave a couple of extra dollars in here for my ink. I probably will drop this down starting in January to not put the extra money away for the ink because I will not be printing the Budget by Paycheck book every month, but I do still need some extra money because I do still print. Like today I printed out, I purchased a Christmas gift online, and I printed out a voucher saying what it was so that I could wrap that so that I have a physical thing to give to somebody. But anyway, so like that, I print that. Sometimes I print like camping reservations or something, tickets to the ballet, things I print, but it's not going to be on a regular basis. It's not going to be like 15 to 20 pages every single month like I have been for the last couple of years. So I probably don't need as much set aside. My Kia Soul, this is my car payment. I have decided to only budget the payment for now and not the extra money until I am caught up on my American Express card. Because it's only $15 a month. It's not really putting a dent in my car payments. It's not doing much to the principal, and it would be better served to go toward my American Express at this point until I pay that off. And then once that's paid off, I can start putting even more toward my car because I won't have any American Express payments to make. Planet Fitness. This is my monthly gym membership. So like I said, they do a monthly fee and then an annual fee. This is the monthly fee, $27.11. And then YouTube Premium, it is $24.89. I have a family plan because I personally have 2 YouTube channels. I have my personal YouTube channel, and then I have this YouTube channel that y'all are watching. So I decided to up my personal membership to a family membership so I could cover both of those plans, both of those channels. And then I can include other household members, so like Nathan and his kids could join this as well. Nathan has the one son is he's Mormon, his mother's Mormon, he is Mormon, he's fixing to go on a mission. And the other son, he hasn't joined, but he could. But anyway, those are my bills for week 3. That is a total of $547.25, leaving me $1,107 to carry down to my envelopes. And I just have my 5 regular ones: dining out for $50, groceries for $125, fun for $15, coffee for $25, and ecclesial for $80. And that is a sinking fund, I keep calling these sinking funds, an envelope total of $295, leaving me $812 to roll into week 4 because I don't have any sinking funds or anything else to do this week. So $812 goes to week 4, which is the final week. We're almost done, y'all. Okay, week 4 goes from December 20th through December 26th. I was wrong. There are 5 weeks. I'm like, that's not the end of the year. That's not the end of the month. There are 5 weeks in December, turns out. So I'm rolling over that $812, and then I get a paycheck this week, $2,189.89. So that is an income total of $3,001.89. My internet bill is due that week, $65.45. My American Express minimum payment of $85. My Texel card, which is another interest-free card, that is $100. And Cinemark is my movie theater membership, $6.48. I pay this every month, and then I get a credit every other month. So that's what that is. That is a bill total of $256.93, leaving me $2,744.96 to pull down to my envelopes. Again, my 5 regular and then my 2 paycheckly categories. So 50 to dining out, 125 to groceries, 15 for fun, 25 for coffee, 80 for ecclesial, and then 25 to self-care and 25 to gas. That is an envelope total of $345, leaving me $2,399.96. And then the only other thing I have are my 2 paycheckly savings for my great nephews. Joe gets $4 and Jet gets $2 for a savings total of $6. That leaves me $2,393.96 to roll into my actual last week of December, which will be week 5. Okay. Obviously, I didn't say it, but Christmas was on that last week, but I shouldn't have a lot of expenses the week of Christmas because I've already done most of my shopping. So, Nathan's family will be here. Normally, we'll buy some groceries, but Nathan pays for most of them because it's his family, and then if we go out to eat, his parents normally pay. I may treat to a meal, but that'll come out of my giving category. So week 5 goes from December the 27th through January the 2nd. So this actually goes into the next year, but that's just the way the Thursday through Friday work. The only income I am anticipating is that rollover from the previous week of $2,393.96. The bills that I have to pay this week, my utility bill, which is my sewer and my water and my trash, I always budget $120. It probably won't be this much, but that's what I budget. Rent, I budget $650. My actual rent is $500, and then I pay Nathan for like cell phone bills and electric and propane and all this stuff that he pays for. So this month it was way less because I've done a lot of shopping and he owed me money. This month it wasn't even $500, but normally, because of what he owed me, but normally it's close to this. It's a little over $600. I was always budgeting $600. I just recently upped it to $650. My mom's car insurance, again, this goes over the first, so we're going to see this come out twice. $116.92, and then Best Buy is my Best Buy card, which also has interest-free balance on it. You will notice a trend here. That was a $30 minimum payment related to what I alluded to with my YNAB video. This will be going up, but I will talk about that in YNAB and or in my next year's setup when we have a higher payment. Again, $50 toward my mom's utilities, $150 toward gifts and giving in December, and then I am upping my holiday giving from $85 to $100 starting in January. So that is what I have going on for my bills. That is a bill total of $1,216.92, leaving me $1,177.04 to pull down to my envelopes. I have my dining out for $50. My groceries for $125, fun for $15, coffee for $8.25, ecclesial for $80, pet expenses, again here because it's the beginning of the month, is $150, household $100, and stuff I forgot. It should have been $40, but I only put $20, so there we go. It's $20 on this plan, but plans change. That is an envelope total of $565, leaving me $612.04 to pull up to my sinking funds. And then these are all going to be the same sinking funds that we just went over, just the first half because I can't fit them all. So I've got my car maintenance, my clothes, my vacation, passport, Mission Lane annual fee, my mom's birthday dinner, my part of Amazon Prime, my Walmart Plus membership, my Capital One annual fee, and my Planet Fitness annual fee. All of these added up is $152.28, leaving me $459.76. Now, if anybody has been around for a while, I know Becky Budgets hasn't been here, hasn't made a video in a while. And Becky, if you're watching, we miss you, and I hope you're doing okay. Congrats on your house. But as Becky always says, not me, not to be confused with this Becky, I did these two backwards because that's how I figure out what I have left. So I actually put $50 toward my emergency fund and then figured out that that left me with $409.70 to put toward my extra debt toward American Express. It would be fantastic if I can put an extra $400 toward American Express this month. I would love that. Knowing me and the way holidays work and my love of giving things to people and buying things for people, I am not going to bank on this, and I will absolutely not make this payment until I know for sure that this is what I have left. So probably on like the 2nd of January. but that would be wonderful. So speaking of that, and that's a zero-based budget, and then when I start my January budget, it will start with my first paycheck in January, which will be on the 3rd. So speaking of that, knowing yourself, I know this time of year, a lot of people are setting up their budget for the first time or for the first time in a while or looking for a new way to do it. So if that is you, thank you for checking this out. I hope you were able to learn something. But let me give you some advice as somebody who is very far from perfect and has a spending problem, which is why I need a budget. You have to know yourself and you have to make your budget realistic or it will not work. You will not stick to it. So I could not budget anything toward giving and put all of that money toward my American Express card. I could not budget anything toward dining out and put that money toward my American Express card. Would that pay my card off faster? No. You know why? Because I would then use the money that I had used to pay off that card. It wouldn't be in my budget. I wouldn't have the money set aside, and I would swipe a credit card to pay for what wasn't in my budget. And I know this about myself because this is how I budgeted for over 20 years of my adult life. I tried it. I wrote down what I thought I was supposed to write down. I cut out all the extras, and then I went and did them anyway because that is who I am. If you are trying to get a budget, like for real, get a grip on your finances and get your life in order where you are feeling financially secure, you have to make your budget realistic to your life. You can't be a wishful thinking. Now, this is obviously if you have the income. I'm not saying don't not pay your bills because you want to go out to dinner. I'm not saying don't not pay your rent because you want to buy somebody a pretty dress that you saw that you think they would like. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be realistic about your debt payoff. If you have debt, that doesn't mean you can't live your life. Don't be ashamed. You did it, even if you continue to do it. It's your money and it's your life and it's your budget. And your budget has to be personal because personal finance is personal. It will not work for you if you do not set it up. That isn't a realistic way to your life. Otherwise, it's just wouldn't it be nice if I only spent $400 on rent and I didn't have a Best Buy payment and I didn't go out to eat and I only spent $50 on groceries and I don't need to go out for fun and I don't need that movie membership. That movie membership saves me money because it's cheaper than buying a movie ticket and I get 20% off my concessions and I don't pay online fees. So yes, I could cut it out of my budget, but then every time I went and saw a movie, which I will do, I would actually pay more than having it in my budget. And having fun money built into my budget, having coffee money built into my budget, just at first it sets a limit in my mind. So for me, this is what works. In my mind, I know you have $25 you can spend on coffee this week, and that is it. If you want to spend more, you have to pull it from somewhere else to cover it because every other dollar has its own job. And so maybe some days I will be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to pull money out of my dining out category because I'd way rather have another coffee right now than go grab a Chipotle. And that's cool if that's what I decide. But I have to actively make that decision because that's what my budget says. But I have a limit. I know what I'm allowed to spend, and it's realistic to my life for the most part. Sometimes it's not, and that's only because my income prevents it or my past choices prevent it and I have bills now. Or sometimes you have to buy a new car when you have absolutely no wish and plan to do so. But anyway, I'm going to step off my soapbox. Thank you all so much, so much for being here, for liking, commenting, subscribing, for your support through the years. I love you all so much. And if you are brand new, I hope that this was interesting and you stick around and will follow my journey. It is a long one, and there will be a new debt confession coming up because I have debt. Fortunately, right now it is all interest-free, and I would like to be able to pay it all off before the interest starts accruing. So that is what my debt confession will be, so look out for that video. Also, I will be setting up my January budget very shortly, within the next couple of weeks. So using the new Budget by Paycheck book, that I am excited to fill that out. Okay, y'all, I'm going to leave it here. I love you all so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families, and I hope that you have a fantastic week ahead. I will talk to you all later. Bye.